Question number 1. As a newly promoted battalion chief, how do you address this situation? The chief orders me to investigate the quality of station training in the department, beginning with Battalion 6, and to compare it to the quality of training with that of the other 5 battalions in the department. Battalion 6 has the worst reputation for consistent training, and I will set in place a training regimen that will fix this problem. First, I must understand that my job as Battalion 6, as is every battalion in this department and every other member of the fire department, is under the direction of the fire chief, and these are his requests of me. The incident and fire department priorities are always life safety, incident stabilization, and property conservation. I recognize that life safety of the firefighters and the civilians is paramount, and that the proper training is key to keeping everyone safe on the scene. And safety is regarded as the single most important reason to train. So we will train, and we'll train often. My job assists in management, training, and discipline of my subordinates on the fire department by supervising. My job assists in the management, training, and discipline of my subordinates on the fire department by supervising a group of fire companies engaged in providing fire protection for people and property of my city. So I will start with the management. I will apply basic management and training activities involving 1. Planning, 2. Structure, and 3. Direction. I will implement programs and evaluate periodically to ensure they continually make progress and achieve. I will implement programs and evaluate periodically to ensure that they continually make sense and achieve set goals. 5 elements of a successful training process is 1. Planning, with both management and training. 2. Ensuring safety. 3. Meeting national, state, and local training standards and requirements. 4. Recognizing needs. This is training in context and disciplined training. And 5. Formal delivery to suit my needs analysis. I will use the 5 elements and a disciplined approach and direct my plans and programs as follows. Number 1 in my training process, planning, is key to both management and training. So first, I will go on a fact-finding mission, and I will conduct a needs analysis. I will ID all challenges, and I will pull all previous training records for the department and each individual member and see where we're at within their training and knowledge of the job. I will get the ISO rating, and I will set my goals in writing. Dealing with this scenario specific, I will investigate the quality of station training in the department, beginning with my battalion, and I will compare it to the quality of training with that of the other 5 battalions in the department, as well as other cities and states as well. I will use the National Fire Academy, and I will read all they have. I will set in place a training regimen that will role model the successful programs. I will look into cost sharing with the other cities and towns, and I will meet all challenges. I will also need to grade our fire department. I will get the ISO rating, and I will improve our rating. I will do this by researching all pre-fire plans, and I will conduct post-incident evaluation, also known as post-fire analysis, combined with daily training schedules, which use the standing operating procedures of our fire department, and I will use it as a safety model and the incident management system to keep structure and accountability in place. Now, this whole process will start with me. I will devise a daily training schedule, and I will be involved with the daily drills. The most important aspect of my job will be to train and drill my battalion to see where they are at, and me being new to the post, I will need to do research to bring myself up to speed as well. Annual target hazard reports and updated pre-fire plans will be reviewed by me as well as my subordinates in my battalion. 2. Ensuring safety. I will meet with the other battalions and address all safety issues and standard operating procedures used within the fire department. I will set goals, and I will fix inherent problems within my battalion. I will always focus on positive. I will always focus on the positive. I will set the chief's mind at ease, meeting I will set chiefs at ease. The meeting is addressing training concerns brought up by the chief of the department, and I will explain how the safety program will benefit everyone. Dealing with this scenario specific, I will explain my assignment to the battalion chiefs. It is to develop a plan for evaluating the consistency and quality of station training throughout the department, starting with my battalion. So I would like to use their models of success, and also we can learn from their mistakes as well, knowing that this is how we will learn faster, is by critiquing every aspect of our job. I will propose to bring in the other battalion chiefs and form a safety committee so that everyone can be better trained and prepared. The battalion chiefs, I will stress teamwork and leading by example. I will convey the fact that the fire chief has asked me to head this project and thank them for their help. I will serve as the liaison officer between the head of the safety committee, the battalion chiefs, the staff positions, and I will also get planning, logistics, and community relations involved. I will be stressing back to the basics. I will use all available resources at my disposal. The Internet and the National Fire Academy can train from a distance. The World Wide Web is an invaluable pool of knowledge and a tool for training that I can and do use, and I will like to role model successful programs starting with the basics. I will pause and listen to suggestions to all members that I have involved in the safety committee. 3. I will make sure that we are meeting national, state, and local training standards and requirements. I will develop solutions based on needs assessment, strategic needs, and organizational goals. I will train, and I will train some more, all of our members. Written communication of all progress, record keeping is a huge source of information. Pre-fire planning and post-incident evaluations, also known as PIEs, will be used as training tools as well as training in context. Fire departments nationwide will develop the next generation of successful, effective fire officers by following the requirements in the NFPA 1021 standard. So 4, we will recognize needs, all our needs, in the management, training, and discipline of our department. So we will review the standard operating procedures. We will get back to the basics: life safety, incident stabilization, property conservation, the incident management system, standard operating guidelines, pre-fire plans, accountability, and training in context, and PIEs will identify our mission. Training in context uses the available time and resources within my battalion during our work schedule. This process takes as many elements of the training standard as possible and incorporates it into solutions for tactical problems that arise on the fire ground. My needs analysis will focus on critical skills and knowledge that are used infrequently, high consequence skills and procedures, input from incident experience, continuing educational requirements for certification, mandated training, and the departmental goals and objectives. Now, training in context consists of 4 steps. 1. The operation explained. 2. The expected product is illustrated. 3. The candidates are coached while they practice, using repetition to master technical skills. And 4. The perfect product is evaluated. And 5. Format and delivery to suit our needs analysis. To do this, I will analyze, develop, ID challenges, and implement solutions, monitor and evaluate progress. My presentation to the chief will include: identify that this is an ongoing challenge, and I will pull all training records, review, and set goals. I will research what rules, regulations, laws, and standards may apply to my plan. There are some excellent models to choose from, and I will adopt them. I will be stressing back to the basics. I will identify training within 3 categories: the must know, the need to know, and the nice to know. The must know, which is OSHA laws in 1. Hazardous waste operations and emergency response training, HAZWOPER; 2. Respiratory protection training; and 3. Occupational exposures to bloodborne pathogens. And 3. Occupational exposures to bloodborne pathogens. The need to know is certification-based training. The NFPA 1001 and 1002 standard on the fire service professional qualifications and accreditations and certification systems. NFPA standards 1000 on the fire service professional qualifications, accreditations, and certification systems. NFPA 1001 and 1002. NFPA 472 standard for response to hazmat material incidents. And the nice to know, and that is anything that you can and do use on the fire ground that isn't mandatory learning. Anything that you acquire along the way. I will develop and set up training operations at all levels. ITCO. This is instructional training for company officers. This mandates the captains to be certified trainers of firefighters. Firefighters should be constantly collecting knowledge and data to keep themselves current on all changes. The NFPA 1021 helps ensure fire officers are ready to take command in today's world. It helps fire service leaders prepare for their multiple challenges on the fire ground, at the station, and in the community. NFPA Standards 1021, Standard for Fire Officers, Professional Qualification, identifies the performance requirements necessary for the duties of the fire officer and specifically identifies 4 levels of progression. Fire officer levels 1, 2, 3, and 4. Changes in the 2009 edition include a rewrite and update document purpose and scope. 2. A new skills maintenance requirement in Chapter 1. Replacement of the term certification with the term qualification. Revised duty statement for inspection and investigations in Chapter 4, 5, and 6. And new job performance requirements. It clarifies the committee's intent. So now, scenario specific. Pre-fire plans, target hazard, and exception principles. Station 6 districts includes 2 elementary schools, the high school, numerous strip malls, and 2 shopping centers. The rest of the district consists of middle to upper class single-family dwellings. I will review the standard operating procedures of all these types of structures and get up to date. I will update pre-fire plans, bring all up to date. I will identify target hazards and discuss findings during drills. Discipline and the chain of command will ensure that the work gets done in a proper way. I will have an open door policy for questions and advice to all command staff, captains, and firefighters. I will document any meetings, training, investigations. I will direct and document all of my work so we can always update our information and learn from it. I will follow up and hold captains and firefighters accountable for training and improvement. Daily drills and reports to ensure progress. Frequency is the key to long-term memory, and I will monitor fireground for improvements. Failure to comply with this new training schedule will be difficult because I will have a hands-on approach and will be involved in all drills. But if I should have to correct any problems, I will do it with progressive discipline, written reprimand. If this is a violation of the standard operating procedures, I will retrain in the standard operating procedures, and we will bring everyone up to speed with our new training, and I will inform subordinates on their due process. If they have a problem, they can appeal, go to the unions, but we're going to have to train. This is not anything that will be up for discussion. Written reports track progress and they keep the chief informed. I will provide recommendations to the chief for future actions. So, in summary, I use target hazard drills and reports along with training and context to train, manage, and discipline my battalion, and along with the safety committee, evaluate it and track the progress looking forward to the future. I used exception principles to delegate authority so that decisions were handled accordingly by using timelines and schedules and by using subordinates of the organization while retaining the ability for those lower levels to ask for help on the exceptions from their supervisors, all the way up the chain of command. Now, in the process, I addressed the leadership and commitment of the battalion chiefs. I framed the problem and challenges of the Battalion 6 training and brought the battalion chiefs up to speed on what the chief of the department expected of our department. I developed goals, models, and alternatives based on the success of role modeling. I collected valuable information and documented the process. I assessed the needs analysis and proposed solutions, and I recruited the necessary resources. This is how I will answer this question at this time.